All right, everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready. What are we looking at today?
Well, you know how everyone's always talking about setting goals?
Yeah, new year, new me, and all that.
Exactly. So we're going deep on a guide that's all about actually achieving those goals, not just setting them.
Ooh, I like it. Practical stuff.
Super practical. It's called Atteindre ses objectifs. Guide étape par étape.
Okay, for those of us who don't speak French.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
It translates to achieving your goals, a step-by-step guide. And it really does lay it all out, step by step.
All right, I'm intrigued. What's the first step?
Well, it all starts with having a clear vision, not just some vague idea, but a really specific picture of what you want to achieve.
Makes sense. You need to know where you're going if you want to get there, right?
Exactly. And this guide takes it a step further, talking about visualizing yourself 5 years from now,
Yeah.
like really imagining what your life looks like, what you've accomplished.
Oh, I like that. It's not just about the goal itself, it's about the whole picture.
Yeah. And the guide says that the more vivid that picture is, the more powerful it is.
Oh, absolutely. It's like athletes who use visualization to improve their performance. They imagine themselves going through the motions, feeling the success, and it actually helps them perform better in real life.
You know, I've heard about that, but I never really connected it to goal setting. That's really interesting.
Yeah. It's all about training your brain, getting it on board with your goals.
And speaking of getting things down, the guide is big on writing your goals down,
Oh, yeah. Not just thinking about them, but actually putting pen to paper.
right? It says it helps solidify your commitment. There's something about the act of writing it down that makes it more real, more tangible.
Definitely. And then it's about breaking those big goals down, right?
Exactly. This is where the step-by-step part really comes in.
Think of it like planning a road trip, you know? You don't just get in the car and start driving. You got to map out the route, figure out the stops along the way.
Oh, totally. I remember this one time I had this huge project at work. I was so overwhelmed, it felt like I was trying to climb Mount Everest.
I've been there.
But then I sat down and broke it down into smaller tasks, and it made all the difference.
Yeah,
Suddenly it felt manageable.
that's the power of a plan, right? But the guide also stresses the importance of being flexible.
Oh, for sure. No plan survives first contact with reality, right?
Exactly. Things change, unexpected stuff happens. You got to be able to adapt.
Couldn't agree more. But even with the best plan and all the flexibility in the world, sometimes,
Sometimes you just want to give up.
yeah, I've definitely been there. Which is why I think this next part of the guide is so important.
Mindset.
Bingo. It talks about how self-belief and resilience are key.
So it's not just about the practical steps, it's about your mental game too.
Exactly. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for growth, not as reasons to quit.
Remember, Colonel Sanders was rejected over 1,000 times before he found someone to franchise his chicken recipe.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
Never give up on your dreams.
Now, after mindset, the guide gets into the nitty-gritty of discipline, support systems, and tracking your progress.
The nuts and bolts of making it happen.
Right. And one thing it really emphasizes is finding an accountability partner.
Someone to keep you honest.
Yeah, someone to share your goals with, to check in with, to celebrate the wins and offer support when things get tough.
I love that. It's like having a teammate in the game of achieving your goals.
And speaking of celebrating, the guide reminds us to celebrate those small wins along the way.
Important. Got to keep that momentum going.
Because let's be real, achieving big goals takes time.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Exactly. And there's this great quote in the guide. It says, great achievements don't happen overnight.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
So true. The guide really wraps up by emphasizing patience and persistence.
Sticking with it, even when it gets tough.
And never stopping learning and growing.
Always striving to be better.
So, as we wrap up our deep dive here, I want to leave you with a question.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Think about a goal you've been putting off.
Maybe something that feels a little too big, a little too scary.
What's one small step you can take today, right now, to move towards that goal?
That's a great question. Everyone, take a moment, really think about that.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it helpful.
And remember, even small steps can lead to big achievements.
Until next time.